in there. Okay, so that connects.
Yeah.
So put your cable into that holder there. Your cable. It's important. This little keyhole here. You put that in there and turn it. You click.
Yeah.
Then you switch your handset on, which is a little red button on the side.
Yeah.
Press that up. You hear it trying to connect. If you just heard that going click, 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 that's it connecting.
Yeah.
So it's ready now to put the mover onto the wheel. So you can see these. You got these buttons here. These are putting the so it's an auto. It puts the mover on.
Yeah.
That takes the mover off. So you do press and hold that until you hear it moving. There we go. Then you take your fingers off. Once you hear it going on,
It stops automatically.
yeah, it's going on automatically now. So as you wait until that's done its movement. So I'm going to see why it's doing that. If you can see, obviously mover's got the shape of a caravan, so that's the pointy end. So the pointy end is obviously forward, so that's forward, that's backwards, and you've got the turning buttons on the four corners.
Okay, yeah.
So if you press that one, it puts nose left, puts that one, nose right, obviously opposite, so if you're looking that way, puts nose back end left or right.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So before we move it, best thing to do is make sure that's shut. Because if you're going over a curve or rocky ground and you catch that jaw and rips it off, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. Handbrake off. And just be aware of that there, just make sure that's clear, there's got clearance there. If that's locked up into that, your jockey wheel's not going to turn with your van, even though it's not steering it.
See, yeah.
It's going to be jammed in there, it's just going to be trying to drag it.
Yeah.
It's obviously not going to be good. And to manoeuvre it, as I said, forward. So you take your finger off the button, stops. Okay?
Yeah.
So turn it, as you can see, it's got an arrow pointed that way. So nose that way. Obviously, the good thing about having a handset is, or a portable handset, you can walk around the van, make sure you're not going to connect with anything as your back end's turning. It's not going to
So you
connect
don't
with
have
anything.
to stick anything on wheels now.
No, we had
I'm
last
sure
time
we had
had a
things.
manual connector
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, this is all
a
auto.
bit of a performance, wasn't
Yeah,
it? Though?
you happy with that? Happy how that works, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, when you finish, obviously, say you've just used it to get onto your pitch, make sure the first things you do, handbrake on before you start taking off the wheels. So if you could start taking the mover off the wheels before you put the handbrake on and you're on a slope,
Yeah.
you're going to be in trouble, you're going to be panicking out what you're going to be doing.
Andre's going to polish the front windows, by the way.
Okay,
And
right.
there's the paperwork.
Okay, thank you. Okay, happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as I said, handbrake on first, then you can switch.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Obviously you need to get the mover off, so then just press this one here, just press and hold that until you hear it moving. There we go, good fingers off. So obviously don't switch it off before you take the mover off. You've got to be very careful, you're obviously not going to be driving down the road with the mover on as well.
No. Your tyres are much good with it.
No. Still get all the gearbox in the motor mover could obviously get damaged as well. The other thing is don't leave that on the A-frame, don't leave that on the car roof.
No.
Because if that goes flying off and you've got that Arctic or someone coming behind you and just run straight over that handset, that's what the expensive bit is. So once it's finished doing its manoeuvre, switch the key off. Always take the key off and you'll hear the handset. Obviously you've disconnected it now. Switch that off as well. It's up to you if you want to, with the key, always take it out of the key hole as such. Because if you leave it switched on, it can go into hibernation and then it won't want to restart again.
Okay.
So if it does do that, just turn the key off, take it out, give it a few seconds and turn it and put it back in again. Okay, so it's up to you where you want to keep this. I tend to generally keep it just through the door because that's where you normally want it first. Okay.
Yeah.
As I said, just do it through the door here, look. There's your wheel lock there.
They can be tricky as well, can they?
Yeah, no, they're not too bad. It's just lining up can be the tricky bit. But because you've got to move it, it should make it really easy to do. If you haven't got to move it, it's really tricky to just move the caravan that far to make sure it's lined up. If you look at the wheel here, you've got the receiver there. Obviously the big hole needs to be in line with that yellow receiver there.
Oh, I see, yeah.
So get that in line. Because you've got a mover, you can just move it just enough to get it to line up. Then you remove the yellow cover, which is just a dust cover for when you're travelling.
Yeah.
And all it is you just there's a bolt that goes through the lock, or through the lozenge as they call it.
Yeah.
All you do, you just screw it in. Put the lock in, that's it. It's really simple to do.
Is it?
That is the hardest bit, is lining that up. Once you've got that lined up, as I said with the motor mover, it makes it easy anyway. You imagine if you were at that end trying to push it and trying to line it, you can't do that at the same time. But with the motor mover connected, makes life easy. Okay.
Okay.
Right. What we need to
Right.
do is connect your car up now. Let's get this bucket out of the way because we don't want to be tripping over